Hello, second graders. Welcome to another lesson with Miss Barnett. Today you're going to need your math journal, your Orgo workbook, your pencil, and some crayons. Teachers, we're doing our Orgo Module 7, Lesson 4. Today's learning objective, we will be able to use place value to determine if a number is 10 or 100 more or less than a given number. So today we're going to be looking at 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, and 100 less. Right now, I want you to write the learning objective in your journal. Then think, what do you know about place value and the number 10? I want you to think about tens for a minute. What do you know about our place value system and the number 10? Tell someone what you think and then write a sentence down in your journal. You can pause and do this now. All right, so let's review our vocabulary. First of all, we have our 1 in our units, right? This is our 1 that represents our 1. This is our 10 in our 10 rod, right? That represents 10. This is our 100 flat that represents our 100 place value. And then the thousands is a cube. Why is it a cube? Because it takes 10 of the hundreds to make the cube. You just stack them. 10 of them will make 1,000 because 10 hundreds make 1,000. Then we have the word more and less. What does the word more mean to you? Well, the word more means what? It means bigger. So the word more means bigger or larger, right? What does the word less mean to you? Think about it. It means smaller, right? Something's less, it means it's a smaller amount. It's less. Then we have the word compose, which is what? Is to build a number. And then we have the word decompose, which is we did it last time, is to break a number apart into different ways you can make it. Good job. Let's review what we know about place value. Look up here. What do you think these are? These are your place value blocks, right? And these are the representations: ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. All right, let's look at our number over here. Our number right here. What is this number? Let's say it together. And I want you to kind of look here to help you. Ready? 1,143. Say that with me. 1,000, 143. Say it one more time. 1,143. This is the way we kind of say it. This is how it's broken apart. We have our comma right here for our thousands place to separate our thousands period from our units period, which is all the first three numbers, your ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay? All right, so now let's go up here. How would we draw this number? Well, how many thousands do we have? We have 1, so I would draw a cube. And to draw a cube, you draw 2 squares, and then you connect the lines. Okay? Then I would draw 1 flat, right? Because we have 1,100. And then how many tens? Hold up your hand. 4. Good job. 4. And then I have 3 ones. I'm sorry. 3 ones. Miss Barnett's looking at the wrong thing. So we have 1,143. Okay, so let's look at our place value blocks. What do we have? We have, I'm going to put a 1 in the thousand place because we have a 1,000s block. How many flats do we have? 100 flats? We only have 1, so that's 1,100. How many tens? We have 3, so that's 1,130. And how many ones? 4. So our number is 1,134. What would happen if I wanted to make it 10 more? What would the number change to if it was 10 more? Well, that means I would add a 10 block, right? What would I add the 10 blocks to? The tens, correct? So if I had a 10 block right here, what would the number change to? What's the new number? Let's look at it. It's 1,144, right? Because that is 10 more. We added 1 to our tens, right? So what would happen to the same number if I wanted to make it 10 less? Well, I would have to take away a block. So let me go ahead and take the block I added away. In our original number, 1,134, I want to take away a 10, so let me do that. Take away a 10. All right, so what would that change our number to? Or that would change our number to what? To 1,124, right? Because I took away a 10. So what place value changed when we did it? It was our tens place. Our tens place changed because we were adding 10 more or 10 less. All right, so let's try this number now. What's this number? Let's read it together. 1081. I want you to write this number in your journal. All right. So look here. What place value are we looking at if we want to be 100 more? Not 10 more, but 100. What place value do you think we're looking at? Everyone point in your journal where you think you're looking at. Your finger should be on the 0. Why? Because your 0's in the hundreds place. And if you put your place value thing labels over your place values, you will see that it's in the hundreds. So if I wanted to add 100 to this, what would that mean? What would this number change to? It would change to 1, right? So then I would have 1,181. All right, let's look at this one. We want to make this, what number is 100 less? So let's look at our number here. What is this number? This number is what? 1,192. Everyone say that with me. 1,192. Write it in your journal. 1,192. And so under it, I want you to write what you think is 100 less. If you wrote 1,092, because if you take 100 away, 100 less means you took it away, then your hundreds place right here, this number would go down 1, which would be what? 0. So your answer should be 1,092. Good job. All right, so everyone get out their Orgo book and turn to page 158 and 159. You also are going to need a pencil and crayon. Do this now. Pause if you need time. Okay, let's look at this. What's the place value blocks? What does this show? Let's do our thing. So if we have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones, okay? I'm going to do my little chart because sometimes I need that to help me. How many thousands we have? We have 1. How many hundreds? 0. How many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay, so our number is 1,000. I'm going to write it kind of neater. Sometimes it's hard to write with the mouse. 1,067. And it says, what is the number if I add, if I wanted to be 10 more? What would the number change to if I had 10 more? Well, that means I'm looking at what place value? The tens place. So what would happen to the 6 if I added another set of, if I add another set of 10? If I added another set, how many tens would I have? I would have 7, so the number would change to 1,077, right? Because I only changed my tens place. What would happen if I had this same number, 1,067, and I changed it to 10 less? 10 less. Well, that means I would look at my tens place, and I would go up here, and I would use these blocks to see it, and I would mark off a 10 because I want it to be 10 less, so I take 1 10 away. What does that change the number to? 1,057 because I took 1 10 away. Now, how could you add and take away blocks to find the answers? We just did that. Now, what number is 10 more, or 100 more? I'm sorry, 100 more. Well, that means I need to add 100. Well, I would look at my 100 spot. Look at our 100 spot right here. 1,067. How many do I have in my 100 spot? I have 0. So if I want to put 100 more, it means I would add a whole 100 flat to this number, right? I would add a whole 100 flat. So what would the number change to? It would change to 1,167. All right. What would happen to 100 less? Well, 100 less would be a little bit harder because we have our original numbers 1,067, right? And we don't have any, so we have to go here. How many hundreds are sitting in the thousands plot? That's what I want you to ask me. How many hundreds are sitting in this thousand block right here? 100. It takes 10 hundreds to make this thousand block, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So I have to split it. I'm going to have to move it over here so I have some hundreds to take away. So 100 blocks. And so if I have 10 hundreds sitting there, what would it be? 967. All right. Now looky here. It says this number has 7 tens. A number that has 10 more has 8 tens. A number that has 10 less has 6 tens. Is he right? Yes, he is. He is right. All right, you're going to need your crayons and your pencil for this page. Right now you're going to do read the number in the expander, so that's right here, then color blocks to show that a number that is 10 more. So right here you're going to show your answer in blocks, okay? So what I need you to look at this expander. Let's do it together. 1,053. All right, so we want to add 10 more. So what place value do we look at? The tens place. And if I add 10 more, what does this number become? A 6. So what would I color in over here? What number? 1,063 is 10 more than 1,053. You're going to color in this number here, and I'm going to let you all do that. I want you to do the same thing here, only you're going to do 10 less. I want you to figure out this one. Do that now. All right, so we're going to look at page 159. You are going to do 3, which says write the number that is 10 more, 10 less, 100 more, or 100 less. So you're going to be looking here. Let's look at A. All right, so this says 100 more. So that means I'm going to make this number right here, 1,082, 100 more. How do I do that? I look at the hundreds place and add 1. So this is 0, so if I add 1, it becomes a what? A 1, and then I say that's still 1,182. So this is saying that 1,182 is 100 more than 1,082. You're going to do the same thing here for B, 10 less, 10 less, 10 more, 100 less, 100 more, and 100 less. So I want you to go ahead and finish this. Push pause and do this now. All right, so in the step ahead, you're going to look at all these numbers in the middle right here. On the top, you're going to put 10 less. On the bottom, you're going to put 10 more. So you're going to fill this out. Make sure you pay attention to your place value. Pause and finish. All right, so let's review what we've learned today. We're going to look back at our objective. Our objective was we will be able to use place value. Yes, did we use a lot of place value today? Yes, to determine if a number is 10 or 100 more or less than a given number. So were we able to figure out if a number was 10 more? Yes. Were we able to figure out if a number was 10 less? Yes. Were we able to figure out if a number was 100 less? Yes. Were we able to figure out if it was 100 more? Yes. So were we able to do our objective? Yes. Kiss your brains. Now let's look at the number in the box. So I want you to look at this number. Let me get a better color. Look at the number in the box right here. And I want you to explain to someone at your house. I also want you to write it in your journal what the number would change to if it was 10 more. So you're looking to change this number to 10 more. What would it change to? And what would the number change to if it was 100 more? Write and draw the numbers with place value blocks in your journal. So I want you to put your answers in your journal, and then I want you to take a picture and upload it to Google Classroom for your teacher to see. Guys, thank you for